For many years, Parkinson's disease has been considered primarily a disorder of the brain. Most people associate it with tremors, muscle rigidity, and slow movement. Classic symptoms that arise due to the loss of dopamine-producing cells in a region of the brain called the substantia nigra. But recent scientific discoveries are transforming our understanding of Parkinson's, revealing that its origins may lie much deeper in the body, specifically in the gut. This emerging perspective is opening new doors to early detection, prevention, and natural interventions that could help slow the progression of this challenging condition. To understand how Parkinson's may begin in the intestine, it helps to first look at what happens in the brain. Parkinson's is characterized by the accumulation of a misfolded protein called alpha-synuclein. In healthy neurons, this protein plays a vital role in communication between brain cells. But in Parkinson's, alpha-synuclein starts to clump together, forming toxic aggregates known as Lewy bodies. These aggregates disrupt cell function and ultimately lead to the death of dopamine-producing neurons. For decades, researchers focused almost exclusively on these brain changes. However, a growing body of evidence suggests that the earliest signs of Parkinson's may appear outside the brain, often years before the first tremor or movement difficulty. In fact, many people with Parkinson's report experiencing gastrointestinal symptoms such as constipation, bloating, or difficulty swallowing long before any neurological symptoms arise. So what's happening in the gut that could set the stage for Parkinson's? The answer lies in the fascinating and complex relationship between the brain and the digestive system, often called the gut-brain axis. The gut is home to its own nervous system, the enteric nervous system, sometimes referred to as the second brain. This vast network of neurons is intimately connected to the central nervous system via the vagus nerve, a long nerve that acts like a superhighway, transmitting signals between the gut and the brain. Recent research has shown that misfolded alpha-synuclein can first appear in the enteric nervous system, possibly triggered by environmental toxins, pathogens, or imbalances in the gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria and other microorganisms that inhabit our digestive tract. Once formed, these toxic protein aggregates can travel along the vagus nerve, slowly making their way from the gut to the brain, where they eventually cause the classic symptoms of Parkinson's. What could be causing these changes in the gut? Several factors are under investigation. Chronic constipation, for instance, is now recognized as a potential early warning sign of Parkinson's. Studies have found that people who experience persistent constipation in midlife are at higher risk of developing Parkinson's years or even decades later. The link may be related to slow intestinal transit, which can allow harmful substances to linger in the gut and increase the likelihood of alpha-synuclein misfolding. Another key player is the gut microbiome. The balance of bacteria in the intestine influences everything from digestion to immune function and inflammation. In people with Parkinson's, the gut microbiome appears to be altered, with lower levels of beneficial bacteria and higher levels of potentially harmful ones. This imbalance can lead to increased gut permeability, sometimes called leaky gut, allowing inflammatory molecules and toxins to enter the bloodstream and possibly trigger misfolded proteins in the nervous system. Exposure to environmental toxins such as pesticides, herbicides, or certain heavy metals has also been implicated. These substances can disrupt the gut barrier and the microbiome, setting off a cascade of inflammation and oxidative stress that may promote the development of Parkinson's pathology. Some studies have even suggested that particular bacteria or viruses could initiate the disease process by triggering inflammation or by directly interacting with alpha-synuclein. Given this new understanding of Parkinson's as a disorder that might begin in the gut, it's important to recognize the early symptoms that could signal trouble long before movement issues arise. In addition to constipation and digestive discomfort, people may experience loss of smell, sleep disturbances such as REM sleep behavior disorder, and subtle changes in mood or cognition. These non-motor symptoms can precede a Parkinson's diagnosis by years, offering a potential window for early intervention. So what can be done to support gut health and possibly reduce the risk of developing Parkinson's or slow its progression in those already diagnosed? While more research is needed, several natural strategies may offer benefit, particularly when combined with conventional medical care. First, prioritizing a healthy gut microbiome is crucial. A diet rich in fiber from vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains can nourish beneficial bacteria and promote regular bowel movements. Fermented foods such as yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi provide probiotics, live bacteria that can help restore balance to the gut flora. Prebiotic foods, including garlic, onions, leeks, and asparagus, feed the good bacteria and support their growth. Reducing exposure to environmental toxins is another important step. Whenever possible, choose organic produce to minimize pesticide intake, filter drinking water, and avoid using harsh chemicals in the home and garden. Washing hands before eating and thoroughly cleaning fruits and vegetables can also reduce the risk of ingesting harmful substances. Managing stress is essential, as chronic stress can alter the gut microbiome, weaken the gut barrier, and increase inflammation. Mind-body practices such as meditation, yoga, tai chi, and deep breathing exercises have been shown to support both gut and brain health. Regular physical activity not only reduces stress but also stimulates digestion and may have direct neuroprotective effects. Getting enough quality sleep is vital. Poor sleep has been linked to changes in the gut microbiome and increased risk of neurological disorders. Maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, creating a restful environment, and limiting screen time before bed can all contribute to better rest. Certain supplements may also support gut and brain health, though it's important to consult with a healthcare provider before beginning any new regimen. Probiotics, omega-3 fatty acids, curcumin, and vitamin D have all been studied for their potential anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective effects. Finally, staying socially engaged, mentally active, and connected to a sense of purpose can enhance resilience against neurodegenerative disease. Activities that challenge the brain, such as learning a new language, playing a musical instrument, or solving puzzles, help build cognitive reserve and may slow the progression of symptoms. In summary, the idea that Parkinson's may begin in the intestine is reshaping our understanding of this complex disease. By paying attention to gut health, recognizing early warning signs, and embracing natural strategies that support the entire body, it may be possible to reduce the risk of Parkinson's or improve quality of life for those already living with it. As science continues to unravel the mysteries of the gut-brain connection, the hope is that earlier detection and targeted interventions will lead to better outcomes for everyone affected by Parkinson's disease.